Hey, it's the boys. What did we think of the end of Hot D Season 3? I liked a lot of this episode, actually. It had a lot of elements in it that I've been begging for this show to produce. And it hasn't consistently, and now we're finally seeing some shit. First off, the performances in this episode were off the chain. Really, really good stuff by all the actors involved. Emma Darcy, man, woo! That was good. Matt Smith finally got something to do. Really good stuff. There were, in the last video I did about this show as a whole, it's like a lot of it's to do with the external stuff. Like, you know, there's the cultural aspect of it, of race swapping characters, gender swapping this, trying to be more inclusive and diverse and that. Which, on its face, of course, nothing wrong with that. The concern is when you put them in the show. Up until this episode, I was starting to get so worried, like, are you only going to make, like, morally ambiguous or morally compromised characters the white guys, and all the chicks are going to be just the most noble and under-thumb but fighting the good fight, and all the Valarians are just amazing too? It's insulting if that was the path they were going to take, and it felt like they did take it for so long. Then you're diminishing your own characters. Finally, though, we've got some complexity here. Adam isn't just going, I am just the best guy at all times. I think he's better now. Now he has ambition. He has depth being added to him. That is great. And now he's straight off the bat, that interaction with Adam and Alan. How boring does Alan seem now? Yet to do anything wrong. Now, obviously, it's hard to give all these characters the amount of screen time you might want or need, of course, but I think the point still stands. So many cool scenes in this. This, before the Battle of Tumbleton, oh my goodness, the negotiation with Damon here, Corlys there with his bloody finger lobbed off. Oh, it was really intense. This, boys, Alicent, can't get a good frame, sorry. This bitch needs to die an atrocious, you know, putrid, prolonged, torturous death. She's responsible, in my book, for most of all of it. To quote the great John Hammond, I don't blame people for their mistakes, but I do ask that they pay for them. So if the show could pull its hand elbow deep from its own anus and give her the repercussions for the entire realm bleeding that she caused back in season 1, the shittiest mother ever. And that was another concern of mine, thinking that the show keeps trying to go, isn't she like one of the better characters though? She's kind of up against it, really. Like, well, no, she's got more agency than anyone. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, go wherever the fuck she wants. She has obliterated her children, all of them. She has destroyed them all. The worst mother in the world. Award goes to her. What did we think of Ulf? I thought it was pretty funny that he blacked out and missed half the battle. I liked that he turned inward to Tumbleton after nuclear blazing the Targaryen battlefield, and then turned into the city and took out Ormond Hightower. That scene was legitimately laugh out loud shit for realsies when You got old mate Greybeard knife fucking Ormond up the ass. That's a proper fucking from the north. And then, of course, right on cue, the dragon goes, the director needs me, flies in, bang. There were a few little things that I just noticed where on the second watch I was like, that's an inconsistency. Where Caraxes is breathing fire on the gate and it does nothing. Yet Drogon's fire in King's Landing was like turning bricks and mortar into powder and crumbling everything. I would rather be sitting here bitching about that stuff. When you got issues like that, like, there's an inconsistency in the power of Dragonfire. Much more nerdy and fun than going, did you hear this interview with one of the writers? They said fucking X, Y, and Z about, the audience, blah, 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 blah. What a payoff, though, in order, put a bit of inconsistency in the fire to get that scene of Caraxes' head fucking exploding through the gate. God damn, that was cool. What about that, eh? Old witchy poo over here. She's a fucking century old. Bound to Harrenhal. At least that makes sense. It wasn't it weird earlier when she was like, yeah, I'll have Harrenhal, thanks. This fucking castle just constantly getting offered and passed around and never able to maintain by anyone. What other fucking scenes were there? The battle was just mental. It was so good. What have we got here, boys? Sorry, I had to find someone else's coverage of it. So it's in the order that they wanted. And this too. This was cool. Finally! I don't know if I said it in the last video or not. Make the characters have some agency and some fucking complexity. Like, they can just do whatever they want. When she did this and put her in her place, I was like, yeah, good. Baylor has had nothing to do. So boring. And the way that they overlook her opportunities, like her betrothed dies and she's been pretty fucking cool with it ever since. Shit like that. Terrible. And that was one of my main beefs. Like, if you're going to have Aemond be the object of Rhaenyra's wrath, Aemond and Aegon, then you can't have Rhaena just, poor Rhaena, misunderstood Rhaena, because Aemond accidentally killed Lucerys in season 1. It was a fucking accident. Rhaena accidentally got Jace killed. She is the sole cause of his death. Make them pay for what the characters do. But this performance, it went from, it was always good as a actor doing a craft, really good stuff. Again, the nerves were like an Alicent thing. You're like, are they going to try and make us think that poor old Rhaenyra can do no wrong? It's so good to see her lose her fucking mind. And they've done it slow enough that it feels natural. I really liked that. Yeah, old mate, he's wigging out. That's a pet peeve of mine for this season, is Aemond just being on the bench the whole time. Kind of turning into a klutzy, unsure of himself weakling, which I dislike a lot. Great payoff, though. That was really cool. I guess one of the things you have to get used to, even if you hate watch or you passion watch this show, is the criticism of the Westerosi Express. It can be valid forever just because they introduced Game of Thrones to us and we got used to a much more stringent way of traveling, logistics and so forth. This show's just never going to do that. So if you just go, yeah, righto, they're just fucking teleporting everywhere, and the show just assumes that you're on board, it's like, look, this X amount of time's gone by, and he's made it here. Deal with it. Because you can tell this show, it's such a strange dynamic for a glorified Wikipedia article that George wrote for Fire and Blood to turn into this huge show that needs a lot of fat added to the bone. And at first it felt like you got to speed run it. There's not enough content there to work with. And now you can see that they've kind of speeding through what could have been a much more drawn out show. Again, performances through the roof. Very cool shit. Now, I don't know what you guys are feeling. This suit, this like legit medieval English king suit she's wearing here of armor, I think it looked incredible. And the I'm going insane makeup they've done on her eyes, fuck yeah, man. Going into the Sept of Baelor and getting Adam to take out, you know, I was wondering while they killed the High Septim, like, are we gonna have a hint that the Seven have legitimate power? Like there's like a blood curse on her now or something? And obviously soft magic system and ambiguity don't ever answer that, but like I wonder if they're gonna start hinting stuff like that. Defiling the Sept like that. This looks really good. This could have looked so corny and horrible, and in the end I think they've done really good with the costuming, the performance. Kind of bold having the chainmail under the crown. Fantastic. Look at this bloke here, he's going, I don't know, Mum. I don't know. You've lost it. How's her interpreting it as she's the prince that was promised? Ah, Rhaenyra the Chosen, eh? Oh, wasn't that devastating? Devastatingly cool. I forget the character's name, you'll have to forgive me. The guy who plays Chibs in Sons of Anarchy, the boss of the Greybeards, where he destroys that kid's face with an axe. It's obviously a horrible thing to see, but this is what I've always wanted from this franchise, is show us. It's not so we can sit there and jerk off over how good it is to see a kid's head get caved in. It's like, show us the magnitude and the gravity of what's taking place here. We're happy to go there. Let us be devastated for it, because of it, sorry. Let us see the desolation of war, essentially. Let us be in it. Amazing. Oh, I bet you'd be spewing that you ever got off Caraxes, wouldn't ya? Wouldn't ya? Insane. As if he could have predicted it, though. Oh, and he loses that fight, too. Good stuff. Really cool. You should have been on your dragon too, mate. I feel like, well, he wasn't even meant to be there at all, though, so dragon or not, he was just... These fucking non-pure bloods, eh? Can't control them. Bastard pieces of shit. Oh, and lumped in, of course, with my hatred for Alicent. Oi, the White Worm, you have to go. Again, feels like the show keeps trying to go, isn't she secretly pretty decent? No. Fuck off. All the way off. Darren the Daring. Praise be to Ormond Hightower. He's been a real blessing from the gods for this season. Acted incredibly, super interesting character. And for the eye candy shit here, this armor looks incredible. The rounded shoulder pads, the way it curves, it's so pleasing to look at. Whereas, look, I'm a metal guy. I love some jagged shit in that, but might be a sin. I hate Daemon's armor. I think it looks shit. It's there's a corniness to it. I like his helm. Like, obviously, I'm all for a bit of extravagance, but nah. Yeah, this scene too, watching them do the embracing of their blood, fashioning themselves after old Valyria instead of kowtowing to Westerosi politics and religion. Amazing. And the glee that Daemon took in hearing, and this is what I'm talking about too. We've seen a few times, but really crystallized in this episode, Rhaenyra actually being able to take counsel from Daemon. I am doing my best to be a super nice guy here because I'm just trying to show that even when we get annoyed at these shows and we've all got our little dispositions externally to the narrative, we want to be fans of it. So when I don't see the strings of the writers on the screen and I just see characters imbued with their natural personality, God, it hits home. Really good stuff from both of these two, their characters and the actors. Yeah, that was funny. All right, so this is all from, it's Alt-Shift-X is doing a live stream now, so I just wanted to see what he'd screenshotted to see if I could get some cool scenes out of that. Yeah, what did we think of... What did we think of Silverwing when all flies off? Do you think Caraxes and Vermithor, without their riders, they were kind of stuck? You see him give chase, and you also see Caraxes give, like, just a little flare of fire breath, kind of like a get the fuck out of here, we're tailing you now. Not that I like we have to do the riding for the riders, but there is an element of, like, what were those dragons doing when Silverwing was going apeshit? And are we comfortable as an audience in going, the dragons don't know the inner politics of their riders, so without their riders attached to them, the dragon bond isn't there. That mutual sort of instinctive understanding they have. So they probably would have seen Silverwing and gone, hey, what the fuck is going... Who knows? That's where I'm letting that sit, so I don't have to have a fucking sook over it. I mean... what a shot. Caraxes is such a fucking cool dragon. Now, who's your favourite dragon? Mine's always been Vhagar and always will be. But man, Caraxes has been gifted with so much help aesthetically. Plus, red's my favourite colour. Like, they do everything they can to get you to get on board with Caraxes. We've been waiting blue-balled forever to see the Greybeards cut 6, so that was fun. That was good while it lasted. Not going to say it was wasted, but yeah, it was good stuff. What else happened in there, gents? Oh, Helaena killed herself. Wasn't that really sad? Again, the performance of... I can't find a screenshot here, sorry, boys. The acting is just... wow. And you know what I might do? Because... remove ourselves from the narrative here. Tell me what you think. When your friends group or your online community or your favourite YouTubers and reviewers, breaker downer upperers, it kind of gets in the way sometimes. I'm grateful for the guys I listen to. One in particular does a brilliant job addressing the writing. I deliberately haven't listened to anyone because I want to form my own opinion. So what I might do is go back and watch House of the Dragon from Season 1, Episode 1, and watch it all the way through again up to where we're at now. Just to really see if I can flush out what I think about it. So I do have a lot of leeway in general, so long as... I guess it's a very subjective and personal thing, isn't it? So long as it sits right with me. But the last episode like 5, 6, and 7, or maybe even more. A lot of this season I haven't enjoyed. Like, and that's got nothing to say of the sets, the set deck, the decorated sets, the fuck, I'm stumbling over me words, sorry guys. The costuming, the setting itself, Westeros, it's all beautiful. I love the fantasy setting. But now we have to wait 2 years for this shit, for it to end. 8 episodes. Like, we have to see Dragon massacre non-stop. I'm very nervous we're going to have a microcosm of Game of Thrones. Like, where we get to the end of next season and we haven't seen next to anything. We've had a lot of White Worm giving her opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the context of this show is about the Dance of the Dragons, the fall of House Targaryen. In hindsight, the White Worm and Alicent, they take up entirely too much screen time, especially if the choice is like spending more time with the Targaryens. I mean, for the first time in my bloody fandom, I found myself in the last video going, kill all the Targaryens. They're fucking retards. I've never said that shit. Because they're separate. Who doesn't love the Targaryens? They're the cornerstone of the franchise, especially in the televised medium. So everyone, like, if you take them off the table, I've always been with the Lannisters. I love the Lannisters. But obviously, so long as dragons are around, I was like, the Targaryens are the best. Clearly, they got fucking dragons, man. It's undefeatable. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I've done my best to be as super charitable as I can. Because I just surrendered to it and enjoyed it. Should I sound like a normal YouTuber to sign off? Now, that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah. Speak up if you want, lads. Happy to have a chinwag with yous, all that shit. Catch yous later.